Hi guys, I'm back with a new journal share with you today. I recently brought out a kit called Gentleman from the Past. So as you know from the title, it's all sort of masculine inspired, sort of industrial revolution sort of era maybe. So yeah, I've really enjoyed playing with this new kit actually. It's just, something a little bit different. I haven't really catered for sort of the male variety in my digital shop, so I really enjoyed creating this journal and designing the kit. So yeah, let's just jump in. I've created this sort of folio inspired journal, and so the backing paper is actually something that I've just listed in my Ko-Fi shop, which is a freebie. So I recently had an experiment with eco dyeing, but like the rust, and it was fun. Don't get me wrong, but it was so messy and smelly. White vinegar, it's very potent. So yeah, I've got a whole bunch of these rusty paper clips and safety pins. So now, and I just sort of experimented on different papers. So I did invoices, little scraps of paper, book paper, more sort of invoices and things. And I just thought I would offer them as a freebie if you wanted to use something like this alongside the Gentleman from the Past digital kit. So you'll find these in my Ko-Fi shop, and like I said, they're free to use. If you like that kind of thing but don't want the smell or the mess, I've done it for you. So this folio was made from a piece of craft cardstock, and I've layered a piece of the rusty dyed papers in the background there, and if you can see, I've added some stamping around in the background. That's from one of my newest stamp sets, which is a texture. I'll leave the links below of all the information. This is a rubber stamp as well through Creative Expressions, and I just used it as, a little bit extra to add to the papers, and I just think it adds a nice sort of industrial look to it really. I've also used another one of my stamp sets that's recently been launched. So this is Numbers from the Past, and I really love how this stamp set came together. So it's all clear stamps, and there are little labels and sort of ledger pieces that you can use. So you can use your stamps and obviously fill out the details. So for example, I've done this one here, and just mixing up different coloured inks will give you so many different varieties. So I actually, from my previous video, I was talking about these stamp sets with all these little typewriter font wordings and things. They actually fit in some of these gaps as well, so you can really customize what you want to put on there. Like there's, for instance, journal or mail art or things like that, so you can really sort of mix and match and create your own labels. So yeah, I created some labels on the front there, different inks like I said. From the kit, there's a lot of photographs in this kit, and I just couldn't stop myself. I love sort of the vehicles and things back in the day. So yeah, I chose one of these. I've printed my pictures full size as well as 2 to a page, so I've got probably duplicates in here, but there'd be different sizes. And then also in the kit are like little snippet word sheets. So here's mine that I've just cut up and put in a little tin. And they're all just sort of advertisements and numbers, shop advertisements and things, just a variety in there. So I've used those throughout the journal as well. I don't think in the journal I've used any other kit apart from just the kit itself, Gentleman from the Past. So if I have used something else, I will tell you. This is from one of the photographs as well, and I've just punched it to create a closure. And I just thought it was quite fun that he was sort of sticking out there. So this just closes with 2 eyelets on either side. Like I said, I've created it with the photograph to show. So on this side we've got this gentleman. And what I've done with this journal is actually created the signature to pull out. So it's, you could take this out and change it. So you can see here, this is the sort of layout of the journal cover itself. It was basically 3 panels. The third panel, I cut this down to a smaller size to create a pocket and glued it down. Got your elastic here. I've scored it down the middle a couple of times. And then I've added this rusty ball clip at the top here, and I thought it'd be great to just add, ephemera if you wanted to include into the journal. So this is just a piece of ephemera that I've included, and I just really love how it's still got its original staple on the document. It's a French document as well. Here's another picture from the kit. So these bottle washers. I've actually got one of these bottle drying racks in my studio. It's really fun to hang things from. So yeah, you can obviously clip more ephemera in there or slot some in here if you wanted to. So as I said, the journal itself can be taken out, and I just think that's quite fun to play with. And like I said, it's done with an elastic sort of thread. What's the word I'm looking for? Elasticated cord. There we go. It's going to be one of those videos, isn't it, guys? So in the kit, there's a whole page of these riders and drivers licenses, and there's all these fun little pictures that go with them. And I thought they were so fun. So this was from 1898, Edward. So yeah, you'll see a couple of those throughout the journal. Just a really unique piece, I thought. So we've got, like I said, there's a lot of photographs in this, and I just find them fascinating to look at. How many people are on that wagon? I mean, hello, health and safety. I've included some vintage map. And then I think I showed this on my Instagram. I had a little session of creating little clusters, as I do, which is just what I seem to be doing lately. And I've used some of the backing papers, obviously one of the photographs, I love this one, and then one of the snippets. And I've just created a little side tuck with that, so I just glued it down one side. And then there's some ephemera in here. So there's a vintage ticket, another little invoice or receipt of some description. These are both French, actually. And I've kind of just picked out things that were sort of blue in colour, just kind of complements the kit. And then on this page, this is an image, like there's quite a few collage sheets in the kit itself. So this I'm just using the background. This is one of my dates from the past, the original first stamp set that I brought out. Some more of the snippets, and I've just created an up tuck there. Here's some authentic ephemera, 1920, not sure what that is, 2 maybe. Lovely handwriting on that piece. Then there's this from the kit, so I've just backed it with some vintage lined paper, so you can journal on there. And then this is just from a masterboard that I made of just scraps of authentic papers and tea-dyed papers. And then I've added one of my, I've made my own little label using one of the numbers from the stamp set. And I just put that in upside down. This is a piece of authentic ledger that's French, I believe. Again, it's got this lovely blue line and red line through it. Really nice ledger piece. I love the numbers on each corner as well. And then on this side, I've got a vintage book that is, it's a French sort of geography type book, I think. And it had this really cool boat picture in it as well. So I used that as a page, said something about globes. This is one of my little tea-dyed envelopes that I made as a mass make recently on my Instagram. And I've just created this little sort of card with this lovely fine gentleman. This is one of the snippets. I put an authentic postage stamp on there, and you can just obviously journal on the back. In the kit there is a page of these cards that are all sort of round-edged and rectangles, and they're great for just creating a tag as a base, so I'll point them out as we go through them, but yeah, there's quite a few in the kit for that, which is quite fun. And then in the background here I've used this number timetable or something like that, maths table in the background. I've created some faux sellotape, and in there, like I said, lots of ephemera in this kit, really interesting pieces. I love the colours of these as well. And again, obviously journal opportunities if you'd like. This is a piece of authentic ledger, and again picked it because it was blue. And then I just sort of went to town with adding some of the ephemera. I've got the German measuring tape here, one of the snippets, and then this is one of the pieces of ephemera that it's like a label, so I've actually flipped it over the other side because it's the right side on the other side. So yeah, I just sort of wrapped it around. I thought that was a bit fun. So nice little journal area there. And then I've just got some tea-dyed paper, and I've added another ephemera piece, so American drawing ink. So I've tried to leave some sort of blank pages, sorry, I'm not in frame, for you to journal on. And then up here we've got another photograph that I've aged up. This is another one of the pre-made cards that I was telling you about. And then there's some authentic ledger here. Again, I think this one's French. Just love the writing on it. And then this is one of the freebies from the rusty paper, or rusty dyed paper kit. And it's just a great opportunity to, you know, do some writing with, or, you know, create your own tags with it if you wanted to. So yeah, it's just a little cluster of goodies for you to use. Just pop that back up there. And this is an unusual style for me as a journal. Like, I don't usually do tall skinny journals, but yeah, I felt like this one really sort of suited the kit. This is another photograph. I love this picture. I just think, what are they doing? And I actually put these photo frames on so you could remove it, do some journaling behind there, or you can replace and put your own picture if you wanted to. And again, this is an authentic piece of ledger, all these numbers on, which I have no idea what they're for. And it's quite a thin ledger, so I've reinforced it with some craft tape. I do like to use that quite a lot recently. I've created a pocket here. This is one of the collage sheets, and it's got like loads of, it's got quite a lot of colours to it as well, but it's blended like invoices and receipts and things. So it makes a really nice backing sheet. And then you've got this card here, advertisement card. We may differ in politics. Sorry, I'm trying to read it from my phone. It's not working. We may differ in politics, but we all agree that. So yeah, like that one. And then this is another piece of ephemera. It's just a receipt. Just really like graphics on that, really. And then I've got a lovely typewriter advertisement here. Some little ticket, Boston, New York. Again, love the blue in that. And then I've used one of the rusty dyed paper in the background. And then this is another one of the ephemera pieces to do with pencil sharpeners, evidently. And I just used that as a little tuck spot. Some vintage music paper. And I like to sort of reinforce papers by just sort of gluing them half across, and it just looks like it's a fun little sticker or something. So this is a another really old rag paper book that I've got. So I wanted to sort of reinforce that. I love the number 5 up there. I nearly covered it up by accident. So yeah, that just kind of gives it a little bit of strength. So in the bottom corner is another one of my little clusters that I've made recently. So you got a lovely photograph, some ephemera piece in the background, and then the snippet. And that's again another little tuck. And then this one's like a hardware advertisement sheet. Again, makes a really great backing sheet. And it's neutral enough that you could still, write anything on top of that. Put an eyelet through the top and, somewhere to journal. Or even use it as a bookmark. And then the other side of that French book paper, it's got some sort of table on there. No idea what it's about, but it looks cool. Here's a junk mail envelope that I've collaged. There's a lady called Margreth on her YouTube's called SevenPlaza, and she recently used the Gentleman from the Past digital kit. I sent it to her to be a guest designer for me, and she created a really nice pocket using this kit. So I'll link her video down below so you can see it. This was just sort of my take on it, really. So it was just a junk mail envelope that I've collaged with various pieces. Got an original stamp there, postage stamp. And then in here is just another one of my little clusters that I made. I love the building in the background here, and some of the snippets. And it's just on some packaging paper. So that pops in there. And of course you could put, your own photographs in there if you wanted to. This is another authentic ledger piece. This is English, 1887. Not actually sure what it's saying, but really beautiful calligraphy. And then on this page, this is from one of them postage stamp collector books, which when I bought the book, it was used, but it was empty. But you can see all these fun little, I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but you can see all these little glue marks that were left on the page. I just thought that was really cool. So yeah, I used that as one of my signature pages. And then this is one of the freebies from the rusty dyed papers. Wow. And it's just, like I said, it's one of the receipts, and I just thought that was really fun, and you can obviously write on the back of it. We've got another snippet at the top there. Like I said, loads of sort of advertisement-y type things. Now here's another piece of that hardware catalogue piece. Love that. And then down here I've just created a sort of a decorative side of the page. I've used this page. Some people say it's corrugated card, but it's actually that's corrugated metal. But I suppose it could be corrugated card if you wanted it to be. Really fun texture to play with. I've just collaged various different things on there. And then in this pocket we've got the times table thing. I've got some more original ephemera. I just popped this in here because it had the transport, that was our sort of theme in this. And it's an unused postcard, so I've just put that in there. This is an original diary piece out of a book, 1936, that's French. It's got some advertisements on the back, which is really cool. And then here's another one of the ephemera pieces. Really love this image. Just somewhere to journal. And then up here I created a little faux slide using my vintage slide die. I released that quite a few years ago now. I'll link it below. And I just popped this gentleman in there and then added one of my dates from the past little stamps across the top there. Just a little bit of fun, really. That's the other side of that vintage ledger with the nice blue pinstripe through it. Then we get to the middle, signature. Again, I've left this as writing space for you. There's another advertisement. again, sort of transport related. I love all this, like farmyardy things. I just find the advertisements so fascinating. And then you've got this really fun picture of sort of the same guy all clustered together. I just thought it was really cool. And then here's another backing sheet that's very neutral from the kit. It kind of looks like concrete, like chippy paint or something. Here's another one of those pre-made cards that I was telling you about. So I've just collaged on top of it this lovely gentleman, and then I've picked one of the snippets and another advertisement card. So it's all sort of factory sort of related, I guess. Up here is another one of the labels that I made using my stamp set. And then I've used the mail art, which is off the Fleur stamp set, so mail art there. So it just fits perfectly in the top. And then I use one of the numbers. I just thought it was a bit of fun. Down here is another one of my little pockets that I made out of tea paper. And I just created it as a little flippy toggy thing. I added some more of the snippets and then some authentic, just some offcuts really of some papers. And then here's another advertisement. Again, love the sort of light blue colours. So that just fits in there really nicely. Lots of space there to journal. And then this is one of the collage pages as well. So it's kind of like an office area, but I've overlaid some advertisements on the top. Linotype printing machine there. And then in here is another one of those driver's license that I was telling you about. So we've got this guy here. Again, 1898. That's just a fun piece of ephemera, I think. And then I made a tiny little scrappy book. So it's just tea-dyed papers, and I had a mass session of making these as well. And then all I had to do, take it out of the box, added, something on the front there. So for instance, this picture and a little snippet, and it was good to go. So yeah, lovely way of using up all your scraps of tea-dyed paper. The opposite side of that ledger, again, really pretty calligraphy. And then on this side, this is like a manufacturing company of some description. It looks like, well, actually, I don't know. But yeah, massive sort of warehouse or something in the production line. Thought that was really fascinating, and I love the shape of the size of it. Then on this side, I've used another piece of the ephemera to make a pocket. You got some more advertisement cards there, and then you got these jolly good chaps out on a Sunday playing tennis together. And then I've created another tuck spot with these advertisements. This is one of the backing papers that's like a ledger. Really love the writing on there. And there's a little snippet as well. And then in here I've used these from the rusty dyed paper freebie, and I've basically cut those out. I've printed on the backs of them because there is a large sort of backing sheet that you can use, so they all sort of coordinate. So I've inked those up, and then I've used my stamps again to add, whichever number I wanted. So 336, and I nearly put 007 with it being a mail journal, but I thought best not. Yeah, because the 0 and the 7 are actually individual, so you can change that up if you wanted to. But I just thought that looked like a really cool sort of authentic piece with the rust and everything. So nice little opportunity to journal on top of those. I haven't glued this pocket down here, again, trying to leave it for the owner to do what they would like to do. And then on this page, I've cut out a piece of one of the ledgers, so you could use this as, somewhere to journal. Here's one of the snippets again. And then I've used one of the photographs as a little side tuck, so I just use my circle punch just to punch out a side. And then that's one of the pre-made little journal cards that I was telling you about. And then there's an ephemera piece. So again, just fun little area to journal on, really. And then I like this snippet. Men's suits. He definitely looks like he's advertising some men's suits, though. He looks very, very authoritative. There's the other side of that French ledger. Again, really pretty. Strengthening the pages again with some of the images. Street Life London. I don't actually know if that's London or not, but I thought it looked quite cool together. Here's another one of the collage sheets with the invoices on it. And I've just layered lots of sort of text and numbers and all that good stuff. And then a little snippet at the bottom. And that's a little tuck spot. And then this is an authentic letter from 1916. And I've just chopped it down to sort of a journal card. And I've decorated the front with this hot air balloon image, which I love. Another snippet. And then I've put some more vintage line paper on the back, so you can obviously journal there. And then on this side, I've used more of the photographs to create tuck spots. So again, I've punched in the top so you can see where they are. And then these are more of those pre-made journal cards, which are, you know, just a great base to start making tags or anything like that. It's the other side of that French ledger. Bit of the writing. And then I've got a little up tuck here. This is one of the snippets. Here's another side of one of the collage sheets. So we've got this lovely gentleman sort of fading in the background there, and another advertisement. And then in here we've got this image here. I just love how they're wearing these funky glasses. And then this is another one of the receipts from the freebie in my Ko-Fi shop. So yeah, I've just distressed around the edges and made it fit in the pocket. And it just tucks in there. That's the other side of that postage album. And then the map. Another one of the snippets. 61 years in market. And then that's the other side with another driver's license in the background there. Mr. Frank. And of course you can, you know, add your own things in there. So yeah, that's my gentleman's journal. I hope you enjoyed seeing it. I really enjoyed playing with it. Please let me know if you like the rusty dyed papers that I've made for you. Like I said, they're a freebie in my Ko-Fi shop, and I will link the kits for the gentleman from the past down below as well. So thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully I'll be back very soon. Take care. Bye bye.